Okay, good morning, class.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Okay, good morning.
Morning, ma'am. Morning.
So, before we start our lesson for today, let's have first our morning prayer. Sino na magpapray ngayong araw? Okay.
Si Joseph na, ma'am. Ma'am, si
Mr.
Joseph.
Joseph, you stand here in front and lead the prayer. Okay.
Holy be your name, your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread and forgive us our sins as we forgive those who sin against us. Do not bring us into death, but deliver us from evil. Amen.
Okay, thank you for the prayer, Mr. Joseph. Everybody, sit down. So, before we start our lesson for today, let's have our attendance, okay? Before anything else, I will check first your attendance for today. What date is today? It's Thursday. April?
April 28, ma'am.
April
28, ma'am.
28. Guys. 20. Okay. Say present if your name is called. Abad.
Present, ma'am.
Belia.
Present.
Adano.
Present, ma'am.
Asib.
Present.
Bernabe.
Ma'am.
Bernabe. Okay.
Ma'am.
Borneo.
Ma'am, present, ma'am.
Present. Say present.
Ma'am.
Castro.
Ma'am.
Castillo.
Ma'am.
Casa. Is Miss Casa present?
Ma'am, late siya, ma'am
Late?
po.
Okay. De los Reyes.
Ma'am.
De la Cruz.
Present, ma'am.
De la Serna.
Ma'am, present.
Okay. Enriquez.
Ma'am.
Fuentes.
Ma'am.
Gomez.
Ma'am.
Gunin.
Present, ma'am.
Hara. Joaquin.
Present po,
Jose.
ma'am. Present.
Kapampangan.
Present po, ma'am.
Castilla.
Present,
Lanao.
ma'am.
Present.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. La Muerte.
Present.
Mayola.
Present.
Nuestra.
Ma'am.
Okay, present.
Ma'am.
Pascual.
Present, ma'am.
Quirino.
Ma'am. Ma'am.
Reyes. Okay. Rosal.
Present, ma'am. Ma'am.
Santos.
Present, ma'am.
Tanuan.
Present po.
Velasquez.
Ma'am.
Villanueva. And
Present,
Zina.
ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am,
So
present po,
far,
ma'am.
no absentees. Just tardy.
Ma'am.
Miss Casa. Andiyan na si Miss Casa. Okay. So, present lahat for today's attendance. Okay. Okay, so class. So, for our lesson for today, anyone here in the class who can remember something or knowledge about their previous lessons about the microscope? Anything, definition, parts or function, just anything about the microscope itself. Okay. Any hands? How about you? Okay.
Idea, ma'am.
No idea? Oh yes, you.
Kuan,
Yes,
ma'am,
stand
kanang
up.
microscope, ma'am, kay kanang makita ko niya ka ng mga gagmay bitaw ng mga objects, ma'am, nga dili ko na to makita na mata lang na to,
Okay, very
ma'am.
good. Yes. And that's correct. Okay, you may now sit down. Thank you for that.
Thank you,
Another,
ma'am.
anything else? How about the parts and the functions? Anything? It's just a pre-assessment, so don't worry if your answer is wrong. Just refreshen up your knowledge about the microscope. Yes.
Kuan, ma'am, kanang parts, ma'am.
Well,
Para
that's
sa
correct.
eyepiece, revolving
yes.
nose piece, o kuan, ma'am. Kanang
Yes.
adjustment na good, ma'am. Katalang, ma'am, ako na-remember.
Yes, that's correct. She mentioned about the eyepiece, revolving nose piece, and the... Okay, so I can only see few hands are raising. So I will proceed to our game. So this game will be called Guess Time. So in this game, you have to give me the correct parts. So it's just a crop picture where you have to guess what part is it of the microscope. So anyone who can answer me will be automatically receive a extra points and will serve as the oral recitation for today's lesson. Okay, so let's proceed to our game. It's called Guess Time. Okay, so number 1 is this crop picture. So anyone? Yes.
Ma'am, ako. Okay, ikaw,
ma'am.
sige. Ano, ma'am? Illuminator or light source?
Okay, very good. This is the light source or illuminator. Next picture is, how about this one? Okay. Anyone? Anyone who can guess? The point of the game is to guess what does the picture shows. What part of the microscope? So, let's just guess. Okay, no one. So this is the fine adjustment knob. Okay. How about this one? Okay, you at the back. Okay. How about this one?
Kuan na siya, ma'am. Revolving nose piece.
Okay, very good. Very good. That's correct. It is the revolving nose piece. So let's proceed to the next picture. How about this one? Yes, I can see more hands are raising now. Okay. Next is... Okay.
Okay, so next picture. Who will guess? Mr. Sanchez at the back. Uy, tawag ka ni ma'am. Sige, magkatulog. Tawag
Wala
ka
siya,
ma'am.
ma'am. Anang stage, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you may now sit down. Thank you, Mr. Sanchez.
Pwede na maling ka, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
So correct. This is the what? The stage. Next picture is, well, it's very simple. It is the what? Yes. Your name?
Ma'am. Ma'am ako. Yes, ikaw, miss, at the back. Yes.
Ano na siya, ma'am?
Eyepiece na siya, ma'am.
Yes, very good. May now sit down.
Thank you, ma'am.
Turn your book on page 555, which is the lesson 9, Microscopy. So, before we start, I'll be stating the objectives for today. So, students will be able to define and identify the parts and the function of the compound microscope. Number 2, students are expected to label the parts of the compound microscope, and at the end of the day, 75% of the students or the class are expected to operate the compound microscope. So for activity for today, we will have a pre-assessment. It's just a pre-assessment. All you have to do is to label the parts. Just label the parts and that's it. Just label the parts of the microscope. So this activity sheet will be given to you. Okay, so just get one and pass. Okay. So class, so since this is only a pre-assessment, you have only 10 minutes to work on that. Okay, I'll be giving you a 10 minutes to work on that activity sheets. Okay? Okay, time starts now. Okay.
Pasa na tuntay, dili.
Pass your papers to the front. Okay.
Tapilak papel dahil sige na pasa sa likod ko at sa likod. Oh.
After our pre-assessment, we have to proceed to our lesson. Okay, so first we have to define what is microscope. So microscope is a laboratory instrument used to examine objects that are too small to be seen by our naked eye. So class, can you see an atom or a cell? Just our eyes?
Dili, mom. No,
Can you see?
Mom. Hey, kamay ko ayo.
No, because the cell is too what?
Kamay ko siya,
Too
mom.
small to be seen by our naked eye. So we have to use the what?
Microscope, mom.
The microscope. Okay, very good. So what are the parts of the microscope? So you have written here. Well, some of you got correct answers, and some of you just put a blank on their activity sheets, but that's okay since that is a pre-assessment. So after defining what is the function of the microscope, what is the definition of the microscope, let's proceed to the parts of the microscope. So today I'm gonna show you an actual microscope. Okay, so first this is the what? The eyepiece. Okay, next one is, what is this? This is the revolving nosepiece. Yes, correct. Thank you. And then this 3 here, located at the bottom of the revolving nosepiece, is what? These 3 are the objective lenses. Very good. So, as you can see, the platform here is what we call the stage. Yes, correct. Next one is this part here. This is called the stage clips. So I'm gonna explain later what are the functions of these parts. Okay, let's focus more on the parts so we can memorize or familiarize with the parts of the microscope. Okay, let's proceed. Next one is the what? The diaphragm. So this diaphragm is located at the bottom of the stage. Okay, next one is the arm. So very obvious, this is the arm. Okay, next one is the illuminator or the light source. Okay. Okay. Next one is, okay, I'm gonna rotate this microscope so that you can see the switch. So this is the switch here, found at the right side of the microscope. Okay. So this part here is the base of the microscope. So after familiarizing or knowing the parts of the microscope, let's proceed now to the functions of microscope, of course. Number 1, the function of the eyepiece is to see, to let the viewer see what the specimen looks. So after labeling the parts of the microscope, let's proceed to the function of the parts. Okay, so the eyepiece, what's the function of the eyepiece? It is the lens that the viewer looks through to see the specimen to be magnified by the microscope. So it is where you look, of course. This is what we call eyepiece. This is where you look at the specimen. Okay, so next one is the stage clips. Okay, so stage clips are the one that holds the slide. Okay, so I will show you later what a slide looks. Okay, so the next one is the condenser, or what we call diaphragm. So as I said earlier, it is a part that is located at the bottom of the stage. So it can be just adjusted to vary the intensity and the size of the cone of light that is projected through the side. So it gathers and focuses light from the illuminator. So it catches, okay? It gathers. So the next one is the base. So the base, its function is to support the microscope, and it's where the illuminator is located. Yeah, so hit here at the bottom. Okay, it is located at the base. Okay, very good. Next is the arm here. Okay, so it's a structural element that connects the head of the microscope to the base. So it connects here, up to below, down here to the base. From eyepiece to the base. Okay. Next one is the illuminator. So it is a steady light source that shines through the slide. So without the illuminator, you cannot see the specimen thoroughly, and it will not reflect light. So illuminator is an important part also, because it serves as the light to illuminate the specimen, so you can clearly see what is inside that slide. Okay, next one is the am I being too fast? So sabihin niyo lang sa akin ha kung mabilis masyado si teacher or hindi. So mag-adjust tayo. Okay, so next one is the fine adjustment knob. Okay, so this fine adjustment knob is inside the coarse adjustment knob and is used to bring the specimen into sharp focus. Just pareho sa camera, guys. Okay, same like your cameras. Okay, the DSLR. So it has this adjustment, so you can focus on your whatever you call it, image, pictures, or whatever. So in this microscope, it has also somewhat like this. It is called the fine adjustment knob. So it is used to bring the specimen into sharp focus under low power, and is used for all focusing when using high power lenses. Okay, next one is the revolving nosepiece. Here, this part here is the revolving nosepiece. Okay, let's proceed. So this nose piece with multiple objectives that revolves in order to enable the viewer to use, okay? Typically, one of 4 different objectives, okay? So this revolving nose piece here is, you can rotate it so that you can select which of the objective lens is proper, so you can magnify the specimen properly. Okay, next one is the stage. So this is a flat platform that supports the slide. This is where you put your slides, okay? So stage clips and stage is a different part. So the stage clip is where the the slide is being held so that it will not move, okay? What if we don't have, what if microscope doesn't have stage clips? What is the possibility of it? What? Okay, what's the answer? Yes, of course, the slides or the specimen will what? Will move, and you cannot what? Cannot see. So the next one is the what? The condenser, or what we call diaphragm. So as I said earlier, it is a part that is located at the bottom of the stage. So it can be just adjusted to vary the intensity and the size of the cone of light that is projected through the side. So it gathers and focuses light from the illuminator. So it catches, okay? It gathers. So the next one is the base. So the base, its function is to support the microscope, and it's where the illuminator is located. Yeah, so hit here at the bottom, okay? It is located at the what? The base, okay? Very good. Next is the arm here, okay? So it's a structural element that connects the head of the microscope to the base. So it connects here, up to below, down here to the base. From eyepiece to the base, okay? Next one is the what? Illuminator. So it is a steady light source that shines through the slide. So without the illuminator, you cannot see the specimen thoroughly, and it will not reflect light. So illuminator is an important part also, because it serves as the light to illuminate the specimen, so you can clearly see what is inside that slide. Okay, next one is the what? Am I being too fast? So sabihin niyo lang sa akin ha, kung mabilis masyado si teacher or hindi. So mag-adjust tayo. Okay, so next one is the fine adjustment knob. Okay, so this fine adjustment knob is inside the coarse adjustment knob and is used to bring the specimen into sharp focus. Just pareho sa camera, guys, okay? Same like your cameras, okay, the DSLR. So it has this adjustment, so you can focus on your whatever you call it, image, pictures, or whatever. So in this microscope, it has also somewhat like this. It is called the fine adjustment knob. So it is used to bring the specimen into sharp focus under low power, and is used for all focusing when using high power lenses. Okay, next one is the revolving nose piece. Here, this part here is the revolving nose piece. Okay, let's proceed. So this nose piece with multiple objectives that revolves in order to enable the viewer to use, okay? Typically, one of 4 different objectives, okay? So this revolving nose piece here is, you can rotate it so that you can select which of the objective lens is proper, so you can magnify the specimen properly. Okay, one is the stage. So this is a flat platform that supports the slide. This is where you put your slides, okay? So stage clips and stage is a different part. So the stage clip is where the what? The slide is being held so that it will not move, okay? What if we don't have, what if microscope doesn't have stage clips? What is the possibility of it? What? Okay. What's the answer? Yes. Of course. The slides or the specimen will what? Will move, and you cannot what? You cannot see. Okay. So let's proceed to the revolving nose piece. So the revolving nose piece with the multiple objectives that revolves in order to enable the viewer to use as the or to adjust, okay? So this revolving nose piece together with the objective lens, its function is to what? To adjust, okay? So if you will use this microscope and you have to magnify a specific specimen, and if this part here is not able to magnify a specific specimen you desired, you just have to rotate it so that you'll be able to adjust on how will you magnify your specimen. Okay, next is the stage. So the stage is the flat platform that supports the what? The slides. So without the stage, no one will hold the slides or the specimen. Okay, next is the course adjustment knob. So as I said earlier, the course adjustment knob is together with the fine adjustment knob. Sometimes they are separated, but in casual cases, they are more likely to be compact together, just like my microscope here. Okay, so course adjustment knob is a rapid control which allows for quick focusing by moving all the objective lens or the stage up and down. Okay, so it's very understandable because it's just a summary. So next is the objective lenses. So the objective lenses here are these three. Okay, so there are the primary optical lenses on a microscope, and they range from 4 to 100 times magnification, and typically includes 3 or 4 or 5 lenses on most microscopes. So in my microscope, which is a compound microscope, it has only 3 objective lenses. So in other just like electric microscopes, it's just like that, it has 4, or it can range up to 5 objective lenses. Okay, so let's proceed to the okay, that's it. So that's the parts and functions of the microscope. So class, any questions, clarifications about the lesson for today? Okay, none? None ba? Wala na bang questions? So kung walang questions, ako ang question, okay? Okay lang ba mag-question? Okay. There's nothing wrong with questioning naman, di ba? Okay. So number 1 question, how would you handle if the microscope does not show the required or needed image? For example, what if blur? The image is blurred. What will you have to do? Give me an idea of what are we going to do if the image or the specimen we would like to show is not clear or it is blurred. No matter how we focus, no matter how we adjust, okay? So, what is your idea? What are your ideas? What are the possible ideas, or what are the possible ways for the image or the specimen to be properly magnified? Okay, I repeat the question. How would you handle if the microscope does not show the required or the needed image? Okay, any idea? Idea lang, okay? Okay. Okay, ikaw. Well, thank you. Thank you for that idea. Anything else? Anyone? Okay. So, how would you handle if the microscope does not show the required or the needed image? So, okay. For the beginners, do not panic, okay? It's just normal that your specimen or the specimen, your slides will not be properly magnified because of the many factors. Maybe your slide is basing na siya abog-abog, diba? And sometimes your lenses are not properly adjust, or maybe your eyepiece are what? Naay something na makapag-blur sa what? Sa image. So, okay, so next question. We need the microscope on what purpose? So the purpose of the microscope can be found on the definition itself, because the definition of the microscope is to magnify objects that are small and cannot be seen by our naked eye. Okay, that's the purpose of the microscope. Next one is how would you improve the magnification of the lenses if it does not magnify the specimens properly? Okay, so if we really know how to operate the microscope, we can improve the magnification of the lenses in order for us to magnify the specimens properly, with the help of adjusting the objective lenses. Okay, last question. What are the possible reasons why some specimens cannot be magnified properly by the microscope? So there are many reasons to be listed from. Okay, number one is that the specimen is not placed properly. Okay, so if the specimen is not placed properly in the stage, and it is cannot be illuminated by the illuminator, then the specimen will not be visible. Okay, so there are many possible reasons. So I'll just state one. Okay, for our next activity, I want you to find a pair. Okay, so in this activity, you will have to answer. I'll be giving you an activity sheet, which you will answer again to extract a knowledge from what you have learned from our lesson. Okay, just write your answer based on your understanding. Okay, no open notes. Okay, no cell phones allowed. Just write in your own words what you have understood in our lesson for today. So in your activity sheet, it will be, okay, I will show you.
So, ikaw na tayo. Sige, ako na na-ingat. Sige.
Ma'am, anong mga tanong tabi mong ba kung pwede may 3?
By pair, diba?
Oo, ma'am. Wala mo siya makita ng grupo, ma'am. Ma'am. Wala, ma'am.
Diba 40 man mo sa inyong klase? That makes you an even number.
Yes, ma'am.
Wala mo pud mo absent, diba? Also, one of you will, find a pair.
Okay po.
Okay.
Okay, for our group activity for today, I will group you into how many are you in this class? Okay, so you are 40, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So I'll be dividing your class into 5 groups, okay? So in this activity, please open your book on page 588, I think, on that page. Yes. So first, in this activity, I will show you how to demonstrate and to operate a microscope. Okay, right from the start, from the beginning up to the end. So in this activity, I will show the leaders, only the leaders, okay, how to operate and demonstrate the microscope. Okay, so class, count to 1 to 5. Okay, count 1 to 5 and join with your group. Okay, so choose your leader well. Choose your leader well and choose your leader because she is responsible for teaching you, all of you in your group, on how to operate and demonstrate the microscope. Now we'll use the microscope. Okay, so choose your leader wisely. Okay, so are you seated with your groups now? Okay, so let's start our activity. Okay, leaders, come here at the front. I am only showing you. The leaders only are the one who will teach the demonstration and proper way to use the microscope. Okay. Okay. So, leaders, it's your time to shine. It's your time to guide and to demonstrate to your members of the group so that they will be able to learn from what you have learned from me. Okay, members, especially the members, you should learn because I will call later bunot-bunot who will report in front and magbitbit silang grupo, and your grades will depend on how your reporter or the chosen one will report, or how will she or he will report your report. Okay? Okay. So, leaders, it's in your hands, okay? Teach your members well, okay? We'll start now. And group discussion is now finished. Okay, let's start with the group 1. I will be choosing by means of bunot-bunot. Okay, wait. All leaders, you choose here. What number? I have your names here. I've already printed them. Okay. So leaders, choose your members wisely, okay? Okay. Muna. Okay, for group 1, give me the paper. I will the one, okay. Okay, give me the paper now. Group 1 leader. Where's the paper? Okay. Okay, for group 1, we have drum rolls. Miss Mayola, come here in front. Okay, are you ready? Okay, I will give the floor to Miss Mayola. Okay, so good morning, ma'am. Good morning, classmates. This is our report for today. So this is the slide we have given to us by ma'am. So first is switch on the microscope and then put the slide. To see if the specimen is well magnified, we have to first use the eyepiece. So if it doesn't magnify properly, we have to adjust this revolving nose piece to magnify clearly the specimen. So continuously watch the specimen until you get your desired or the proper magnification of the specimen. That's all. Thank you. Okay, thank you for that wonderful report. You may have lack of information about how to operate the microscope, but it's okay because I have not demonstrated to you firsthand. Okay, so next group 2. Choose one. Pick one. Okay, just pick one. Okay, give it to me. I'll read it. Okay, for group number 2, we have Mr. Sanchez again, the sleeping boy. Okay, I hope you listen to your leader, okay? So go in front. It's your time to shine, Mr. Sanchez. Okay.
Didi kita na doy. Okay, group 2, proceed na. Proceed na to your report. Go.
Morning, ma'am. Morning,
okay, good morning.
I will demonstrate on how to magnify the specimen in the microscope. So, first is to switch on the eye. Switch here off. There. And then put the specimen in the
Stage.
stage, and then look at the eyepiece or the specimen you put in the stage by looking at the eyepiece. That's all, ma'am. Thank you. Okay, very well done, groups and leaders, especially members. Okay, so to on scoring you on your activity, I will be using these rubrics so that it will be fair enough. Diba? Okay. So next one is, we still have 10 minutes. 10 minutes. So in this activity, we will answer on, open your book on page 558. Okay, faster. And answer. Since we have demonstrated and operated the microscope, now you will have to finish the activity there on page 558. And also answer the guide questions, okay? Just answers only on the one sheet of paper. Okay. Okay, thank you for this day, class. Thank you for cooperating. And I will be collecting Miss Nuestra and Miss Mayola. Please collect the papers and put it on my table in the faculty room, okay? So thank you, class. Oh, I forgot your assignment for Friday. So, draw the compound microscope on a 1/8 illustration board, okay? The deadline will be on Friday. Okay? Friday, and sa pamanta karon, still Wednesday. So, you have 2 days na i-google para mag-draw of compound microscope. If you want to color it, you can. No printables, okay? Draw. Okay, strictly no printables. If your assignment is printed, automatically you will have 0 points, okay? So, draw. Follow instructions, okay? And then, ano pa ba? That would be all, okay? So that would be all for today. Thank you for cooperating. I have learned something.
Thank you.
I hope you learned something from me, and I also learned something from you. And thank you so much for this day. So I will be fixing my things, and you can go now.
Thank
you
you,
can have your
Ma'am.
lunch. Okay.
Thanks,
Goodbye.
Ma'am.
Goodbye, class.
Goodbye, Ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Sabi-sabi ng taka. Hindi, pag humanatog ka, hindi mag-answer din ta sa kwante, araling pandini mo, mag-ibutog sa iyo sa dalang
Ang harana.
paghilam to sig kanta-kanta dara na pa si Ma'am.